It's weird that Bing launched that first. It's kind of a bit of a change to the status quo there. We have a team of copywriters, and I don't think they'll be going anywhere anytime soon. A website that was purely AI written, and it did really well for about 2 months, and then it completely fell off the face of the earth. So.
We're here at Brighton SEO 2024 in Brighton with Oliver from Screaming Frog. How's it going? You enjoying the conference?
Yeah, it's been great. Been wearing this hat all day, just going a bit mad, but having a great time, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So tell us a little bit about Screaming Frog. What do you guys do?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're quite famous for our software, obviously. We got the Screaming Frog SEO Spider, which a lot of people use for all the technical crawling and checking websites, checking for like 404s, finding issues, that kind of thing. We also have the log file analyzer, which about 4 people have heard of and use, so shout out to those 4 people, but yeah, that's nice. In addition, we are an SEO agency. We do all the regular client stuff and dealing with emails, and we even have 1 or 2 PPC people upstairs who we just try and keep in a cupboard and
Nice.
Not talk to if possible. Yeah.
Nice. So from your experience, obviously running the tool, what would you say are the most common technical errors that Screaming Frog identifies?
Yeah, well, I suppose there's a lot of nuts and bolts stuff with 404s, broken links, redirects that have gone wonky. I guess it's mostly useful, especially, I should say, during a relaunch of a site where you've got a new version of the website that you want to check before it goes live, and you want to make sure that everything is shipshape before you launch. And then obviously checking it after it's launched and finding everything's gone horribly wrong in the process is all part of it, yeah.
Yeah, nice. So talking about things going horribly wrong in the process, would you have any tips or best practices for people who are maybe, starting a migration project or something like that, for example?
I think the big one for us is being told when you're going to do it, because quite a lot of the time clients will just say, hey, we launched our new website on Friday afternoon, just to let you know, and then you're kind of in panic mode. I think a big one is also having a crawl before you do the relaunch of the old website, just so you've got a frame of reference for what things used to look like before everything went horribly wrong.
Got a bit of a safety net. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so just talking about wider SEO strategies, what would you say from an analytics perspective would be the best other tools to use?
Sure. I mean, we're a big fan of Systrix, Screaming
Okay.
Frog. Systrix is a tool that obviously lets you use their big database of all their keywords, and it creates these lovely visibility graphs where you can see how visible the site is against all the, I think they've got 100 million keywords in their inventory that you can check your site against, and it gives you a lovely graph of how you're progressing with keyword visibility. So that's definitely a big one, and we've got an API that actually connects with Screaming Frog, so you can then compare that with our tool as well, so that's good.
Nice. Okay, so how would you most effectively track visibility in Google?
Yeah, there's lots of different ways you can do that, obviously. I guess Search Console is a really good starting point, just to check, obviously, if Google's aware of your pages and if they're indexed or whatever. I mean, it's always good to validate that with GA4 if you can figure out how it works. I mean, the way that we operate is we'll have a Looker Studio for all of our clients, and that will then combine data from both various other tools, but also Search Console and Google Analytics, so you can then see everything all in one place. That's probably a effective way of tracking it.
The big topic everyone's talking about, SGE right now. Any thoughts on that, in terms of how that's going to change the game, or for better or worse?
I think it is very interesting that Google's playing catch up, and they haven't really had to do that in a long while. It's weird that Bing launched that first. It's kind of a bit of a change to the status quo there. I mean, I think it's still too early really to say this is definitely going to change everything, or this is only going to be a little part of it. Google's still discussing whether they're going to charge people to use it at all and that kind of thing. They're clearly not decided on the business model at all. So, I mean, if it's anything that's slightly better than their voice search, the little Google Homes where it says you ask it 10 times and it still can't get it right. I mean, as long as it's better than that, it'll be an improvement, I guess. But yeah.
So this is what a lot of the speakers are talking about at the conference, that it's a long way off from where it needs to be. So in terms of, let's say, more immediate revolutions or changes, is there anything that you're paying attention to or excited about?
It's a good question. I guess a lot of the recent March update has changed a lot of things. Still trying to get our head around precisely what that was. It does look like content quality is obviously always been a big thing, but just refining that a bit further. There's a lot of websites out there who read one blog post, added author pages to all their articles, and an author bio that says, hey, I work at the marketing team. But whether or not that's strong enough, I think is the next level, I guess, from that kind of work. Just making sure that you're not just doing like the things you read, that make sure it makes sense to your website as well, I guess.
Okay, and would you have any tips, best practices on effective ways of balancing AI content with human written content? Is that something that you would recommend?
We have a team of copywriters, and I don't think they'll be going anywhere anytime soon. I think at scale there are some time savers you can have with AI, like meta descriptions, probably something that you can probably get away with just bulk producing those using AI and double checking it, but I don't think there's really anything to be concerned. I mean, we had Mark on our team did a test of a website that was purely AI written, and it did really well for about 2 months, and then it completely fell off the face of the earth. So I think there's probably still a lot of value in human written content, and I think as Google gets smarter about it, it'll figure this out as it goes. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for your answers, Oliver.
Thank you very much.
Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the conference. And yeah, cheers.
Yeah, thank you very much. Had a good fun.